No, 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 no. I'm not saying that Overwatch sucks. I'm saying that Overwatch sucks solo, and I think that it does. The game I like. The solo experience I think is horrible. And what I'd like to do here in this video is talk with you about what made me come to this conclusion, why I think this is the case, and how we could resolve it. I'm not just here to spew negativity about these games. I'm here to express my opinion about games that I enjoy or games that I'm looking forward to. And concerns is part of that. I'm not sitting here thinking everything's peachy keen with every single game. Every game that's released is perfect and nothing could change for the better. People making these games are people. And they're not perfect, just like any of us, just like me. And maybe they make mistakes. Maybe some design decisions led to a portion of the game not being as good as it could be. And I'm not going to be an armchair game developer. I'm just going to tell you my perspective from a game player's perspective and why I think playing this particular game solo is an awful experience. So I was here in the last beta, and we played that for, I think it was a couple of months or so. And at the very start of the beta, everyone was hyped. You would see Overwatch in the number 1, number 2 spot on Twitch. Everyone on my friends list was playing it. We were all playing together. We were having a fantastic time. Now, as that beta came to a close, I was really hitting some fatigue very hard. I liked playing the game, but I always came away from a play session feeling frustrated and not enjoying it. And then, now that this new beta came, I didn't know why. I wasn't sure why. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I like everything about this game. Why was I not enjoying it? But we had that break, and I was actually kind of relieved. I'm kind of glad that, I'll get a break from Overwatch. And then Overwatch came back very recently, and a similar thing happened. I'm so excited. Everybody's playing. Everybody's hyped. We're playing with our groups. And then it clicked. After about a week and a half or so, a lot of my friends stopped playing as much. But I wanted to keep playing because I like the game. I like the game. But when I was playing, I wasn't having as much fun. And I said, why is this? And I realized it's because I'm playing solo. And you might say, well, of course, Force. This is a team-based game. You're not going to have as much fun solo. But I'm still playing with other people, and we can communicate even though they're not always going to listen to you. It's like, hey, we could probably use a Winston to push to point A. He's very good in this situation. No one picks him, so you pick Winston, but you were the healer, and then no one's playing a healer, and then you tell them, hey, guys, maybe we should pick a healer, but everyone's playing Genji, so fuck. But anyways, playing solo in this game is very frustrating in a similar way to it's very frustrating playing solo in Heroes of the Storm. You'll notice a common through line through these games. Number 1, they're both developed by Blizzard. Number 2, they are both having an extreme focus on team play. Now, there are lots of games that have team play, but also allow for a shining individual, a skillful player, to rise up and, I guess, carry. That's not really an option here. It wasn't an option in Heroes of the Storm, and it's not really an option in Overwatch. And there are some heroes who are more well-suited for that. You look at Hanzo and Reaper, Genji, and Pharah. Those are examples of heroes who can very quickly rack up kills. And if you rack up kills very quickly, that's going to let you take the objective. Since we've got fast respawns, that's not necessarily going to win you the match. You look at a game like Rainbow Six Siege or Dota 2, a single player who's really good can literally carry a match. There have been countless situations in Rainbow Six Siege where I have won in a 1 vs 4 or 1 vs 5 situation. You look at matches of Dota 2 where a hard carry gets carried, gets fed, and then literally kills the entire opposing team at the end of the game. Again, not something that really happens in Heroes of the Storm, and it's also not something that necessarily happens in Overwatch. Now, how and why is this the case? Well, it comes down to game design. There's 2 big pillars here. The first one is the hero balance, and it's in many ways a rock, paper, scissors style of balance. Some characters are really strong in certain situations, but will get hard countered by another hero. You've got really good heroes that are kind of like glass cannons. Maybe like Hanzo, for example. Winston is an incredibly good counter to Hanzo. He leaps up, he just holds down left click, and Hanzo disappears. You put the bubble up too to protect you from a couple of his arrows. It's just a very, very good way to deal with something like that. And that's just one example. There are numerous examples in this game of that sort of rock, paper, scissors encounter. One hero can easily defeat another hero, which is easily defeated by another hero. The second pillar is the focus on objective-based gameplay. when you've got objective-based gameplay that requires the entire team to coordinate, because if your entire team isn't coordinating, but the other team is, even if you've got a really skilled player, it's going to be very hard for an uncoordinated team to defeat a coordinated team. Now, once again, this is the case in any other team-based game, but I think it is amplified in a game like Overwatch, where, once again, that individual player skill is diminished. Aiming is important, but using skills and ultimates can ultimately trump aiming in a lot of situations. So just having a guy who's really good at shooting isn't going to win you the match. Now, we're all wrapping, and I'm not saying any of this is a bad thing, because it is a team-based game, and it should be the case that a better team defeats a team that's not as good. But what this does end up doing is making the experience for people who play solo not a good one. And you might say maybe it shouldn't be a good experience for solo players, but let's be real here. I don't have any analytics to back this up, but I'm going to anecdotally say that most people probably play solo. Most people probably do not have a constant group of friends who is always on every time that they're playing a game. I know myself play most games solo, and even in recent years, as I've had more friends that I'm playing with on a regular basis on stream or just in my free time, it's still the case that I generally play solo, even in these team-based games. I'm not here to say that this game should be completely changed for that reason, to accommodate those solo players, because it is a team-based game. I agree. I understand. But I don't think that means that we cannot also make the experience for those of us who do play solo a lot of time more enjoyable. And how do I think this can be done? Have a solo queue. There you go. Problem solved. It's not going to change any of the base issues with the fact that, you know, a coordinated team is better than a non-coordinated team. But at least with a solo queue, you will guarantee that everyone on your team is also solo, and everyone on the opposing team is solo. There's nothing more frustrating than going solo queue and then quite clearly being up against a pre-made team. That is one of the most frustrating things to deal with. I get, however, that what this does end up doing in the process is it increases queue times. So I guess the question for you guys, I guess the question for Blizzard themselves is that a worthy sacrifice to make it so that the solo experience isn't miserable? Because it is. The solo experience sucks. And if my anecdotal thoughts that a majority of people who play these games, even though they're team games, are queuing solo, if that is in fact the case, then we should try to make that experience better for those solo players. Because if we don't, they're just going to get sick of the game. Because playing solo makes me not want to play it. In fact, this week, unless my friends are on, I don't think I'm going to be playing Overwatch. This is going to make some people mad. Lots of people, oh, I want to get in the beta. I would test. I'd play nonstop. This guy's such a baby. He's doing nothing but crying. I'm just sharing my opinions. And I'm not going to keep playing a game just for the sake of it. I'm not going to keep playing a game for science. We're playing games because we enjoy them. We're playing them because they're fun. And if I'm not having fun with a game for whatever reason, I'm probably going to stop playing it. Because why the hell would I waste my time? We got one life, right? Let's try to do it doing things that we enjoy, not torturing ourselves. Yeah, he's equating solo queuing and Overwatch to torture. This guy's insane. Come on, guys. That's fucking A, dude. I think you know what I'm trying to say. I think you know what I mean. Anywho, all right, guys, that is going to do it for me here today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video talking about the Overwatch solo experience and how I think it sucks, but how I think we could alleviate that problem at least a little bit with either having a solo queue or making sure that 5-mans and 6-mans always only get matched up against 5-mans and 6-mans. All right, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section below, and until next time, I'll see you later.